Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the LockerTalk podcast, where you hear about NFL stars of tomorrow today. I'm your host, Barry Barnes, founder and CEO of Locker-Report.com. And you guys can always go to the site and check out the site where you see unique content on the NFL that you will not hear or see anywhere across the globe. I guarantee you guys will not be disappointed with the NFL news that's provided through that site. And you guys also can follow me on any one of my social handles on Twitter at Locker_reports. On Instagram, LockReport100, all small caps. On Facebook, LockerReport.com. And also, check out the LockerTalk podcast on Facebook. And also, please subscribe to the LockerTalk podcast on YouTube, where you get this great content and good highlights and features when you guys tune in. So please subscribe today. Now, today is a big day. This is the NFL, the third day of the 2021 NFL Draft. Now, just to give a little context going through, this video is going to be really short. It's more of an encouragement video more so than anything. Now, we had the great glamour, we had all the lights and all the glitter of seeing the players who walked across the stage, and it was great to see the fans back in the stands again as Commissioner Roger Goodell, embracing players, hugging players, welcoming them to the NFL, these high draft picks, guys that honored, that deserve that opportunity. So those guys was able to do what they were supposed to do to get to that opportunity, to have the opportunity they was able to garner. Now, but we all know that the draft really kicks in on the third day, and then soon after the draft is over when the phones start to ring. Now, this whole topic, we're going to talk about small schools, but primarily the HBCU platform. Now, entering the draft 2021 on April the 29th, there were 31 HBCU players currently on NFL rosters, 31. For the past 2 years, there was an average of these 9 players from the HBCU platform that had signed onto a team, whether they were drafted or they was called in as undrafted free agents. Now, with this draft, a lot of the players decided to hold off due to COVID to make themselves eligible for the 2022 NFL Draft. So I'm predicting at least 8 HBCU players signing on to teams this weekend, whether being drafted or signing on as undrafted free agents. Now, we know that it's very imperative to have more play on the field with the HBCU players. Currently, over 1,700 players. Last year, 31 players, just the same exact amount of players entered in that were on rosters entering into the draft of 2021. Now, we know that NFL decision makers have their issues, and we know HBCU have their issues with players trying to get into the NFL. But right now, I'm going to charge this to the players, the HBCU players that sign on the teams for the 2021 season. I will charge you guys. It is very important that y'all guys make this roster. Make sure that y'all make this roster whether it's going to be active or practice squad entering the 2021. You want to know why? Because we have players that's looking at you. We have a generation of players that's looking at you guys to make the roster, so we can change the narrative about HBCU players not good enough to play in the NFL. Now, we know that you guys can do it. You know you guys can do it. So are y'all guys going to take no for an answer? Are y'all guys going to give up if it gets a little tough? You think everybody is for you? No, everybody's not for you. We are here at LockerReport.com and also NFL football operations. We're here for you, but you guys got to put in the work. Y'all guys have to make the roster no matter what. Make this roster. Help change this narrative that HBCU players do not have a place on NFL fields, because you guys do. Get out there and y'all guys make these rosters. You will make it easier for the classes to come. This is my charge to the 2021 HBCU players that will sign onto NFL teams by the end of this weekend. Y'all guys stay blessed. Make sure you guys make it happen. Let's get it. Let's go. For more about this episode, go to LockerTalk Podcast on YouTube and subscribe.